In other news tonight, South Carolina is set to execute its first inmate in 13 years. Convicted murderer Freddie Owens is scheduled to be put to death in less than an hour. J.R. Barry has details now on what's going on and what is happening in this hour. J.R., it's 5 o'clock. He's set to be put to death at 6. What do you know?
Well, Andrew, we're going to talk about that in a moment, but we're going to begin with a look at the crime that brought us here tonight. 46-year-old Freddie Owens, convicted in 1999 of killing Irene Graves. She was a convenience store clerk in Greenville and was shot in 1997 after she could not open the store safe. Before he was sentenced for murder in that case, Owens fatally attacked a fellow jail inmate, but that case was never tried. Owens has unsuccessfully appealed to have tonight's execution stopped, a final plea rejected this morning by a federal appeals court. Owens will be put to death at 6 o'clock this evening, barring a last-minute decision by the governor to stop the execution, something no governor has done since the death penalty was reinstated in 1976. Now, we spoke to the daughter of the victim ahead of tonight's execution. Inslee Graves Lee was only 10 when her mother was murdered. She describes how she has felt this week.
This week has been heavy on us, and a lot more heavy than I expected it to be. I'm not sure what I expected, but it's definitely feels like it's fresh. Feels very familiar and very fresh to the first time we received the news. We're looking forward to moving past this, and I don't know if it's closure, but we would like to bring a close to a chapter that has been held open for the last 27 years.
Well, South Carolina last had an execution back in May of 2011. Capital punishment was then put on hold because the state's supply of lethal injection drugs expired and no company was willing to publicly sell them more. Lawmakers added the firing squad as a method of execution, but last year they passed a shield law keeping the drug supplier secret. That same law also prevents the protocol for the execution to be made public. Condemned inmates are allowed to choose their method of execution. Owens leaving that decision up to his lawyer, saying that making a choice on how he would die would be suicide, which he says goes against his religion. Andrea.
And JR, you know, this is something you have dealt with quite a bit in your career. You've actually witnessed executions.
That's right. I was a witness to the state's first lethal injection execution back in the 1990s. This hour right now, those who are going to witness the execution from the media and from the victim, and if anybody on the condemned side, they're all being taken to the death chamber right now as we speak. That we're probably en route at this moment. At around 5:30 or so, there'll be a briefing given to those who are going to be viewing this. And at 6 o'clock tonight, those who will be witnessing the execution, they'll be standing there in the death chamber. A curtain will open and the condemned will be right in front of them. And the execution, unless it is stopped by the governor, will proceed as normal.
All right, J.R. Barry, thank you so much.